to these three markets, over 1 billion people and multiple countries without duties.
Goods can safely be transported via road, sea, air, and river efficiently and at low cost. As a small country, you are never too far from your mode of transport. There is also land available for you to establish or expand your business.
Our climate supports horticulture all year round. When other countries are off-season, we are always attractive.
The potential of organic farming is vast. There is an infrastructure and network that connects farmers with buyers.
The Gambia offers no operating costs and no corporate tax for 5 to 10 years, with the possibility of an extension through the Investment and Export Promotion Agency known as GAIPA.
At GAIPA, we're here to assist you. We have direct contacts with ministers, ensuring additions are made without delay, and proceedings are done quickly, saving you time and money.
The true secret to business in the Gambia is its people. We have a young, dynamic workforce that is dedicated and passionate. Our manufacturing industry is well organized. There is an established infrastructure of factories, making it easy to invest and develop.
With access to raw material, it is possible to complete the process of manufacturing here. Our industry can expand and become a production country for other countries.
Growers have a long tradition here. Farmers use the hand-picked selection method to ensure the highest quality. With our storage facilities throughout the country, depots along the riverbank, transportation to the processing plant is simple.
We also have what the best the Union has to offer. The sector has great potential in terms of large-scale production for exports.
Our fish stocks are one of the strongest along the West African coast. The government makes sure that these stocks remain healthy.
Aquaculture is also an area that provides immense opportunity to any investor.
Many companies already process, package, and export their seafood products from here. Made in the Gambia can be part of your business.
In the end, we do business where we feel comfortable, where we see a future that we can build for ourselves. Everyone knows the Gambia as a place where people are accepted. They know there are exciting opportunities waiting for them. We invite you to come to the Gambia and to see where your journey will lead you. A place of tranquility, peace, and stability in West Africa. From the moment you land in the Gambia, you feel the warmth of the country and the kindness of its people. Strategically located on the Atlantic coast, it is a hub connecting you to the world.
Our close proximity of 5 to 6 hours from Europe, and combined with our membership of the African Growth and Opportunities Act and the African Continental Free Trade Area, we have special access to these three markets, over 1 billion people and multiple countries without duties.
Goods can safely be transported via road, sea, air, and river efficiently and at low cost. As a small country, you are never too far from your mode of transport. There is also land available for you to establish or expand your business.
Our climate supports horticulture all year round. When other countries are off-season, we are always attractive.
The potential of organic farming is vast. There is an infrastructure and network that connects farmers with buyers.
The Gambia offers no operating costs and no corporate tax for 5 to 10 years, with the possibility of an extension through the Investment and Export Promotion Agency known as GAIPA.
At GAIPA, we're here to assist you. We have direct contacts with ministers, ensuring donations are made without delay, and proceedings are done quickly, saving you time and money.
The true secret to business in the Gambia is its people. We have a young, dynamic workforce that is dedicated and passionate. Our manufacturing industry is well organized. There is an established infrastructure of factories, making it easy to invest and develop.
With access to raw material, it is possible to complete the process of manufacturing here. Our industry can expand and become a production control for other countries.
Climate avalanche addition here. Farmers use the hand-pick selection method to ensure the highest quality with our storage facilities throughout the country, depots along the riverbank. Transportation through processing plant is simple.
We also have what Jefferson, the best the sovereign world has to offer. The sector has great potential in terms of large-scale production for exports.
Our fish stocks are one of the strongest along the West African coast. The government makes sure that these stocks remain healthy.
Aquaculture is also an area that provides immense opportunity to any investor.
Many companies already process, package, and export their seafood products from here, made in the Gambia.
Yes, I'm about to announce the Vice President of Gabon. Yes, to come out to sit down so officially. And then I guess the President will come and
Everyone knows the Gambia as a place where people
and Amadou Jani.
they know there are exciting opportunities waiting for them. We invite you to come to the Gambia and to see where your journey will lead you. A place of tranquility. And stability. From the moment you land in the Gambia, you feel the warmth of the country and the kindness of its people.
Please welcome the Vice President of the Republic of Gabon, Mr. Joseph Owondot, His Excellency, Mr. Joseph Owondot Bere. Please rise to welcome His Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Gabon, Mr. Joseph Owondot Bere. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for His Excellency, President of the Republic of the Gambia, President Adama Barrow. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fanta Cisse from the Republic of the Gambia, also known as the Smiling Coast of Africa. And I will be one of your masters of ceremony this morning. First, I would like to acknowledge the members of the High Table, His Excellency, President of the Republic of the Gambia, President Adama Barrow, Mrs. Estango Montki, President of the Common Court of Justice and Arbitration of the Organization for Humanization of Business Law in Africa. Mr. Paul Kufi, Commissioner of YMO in charge of the Development of Business Development, Mines and Energy and Digital Economy. His Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Gabon, Mr. Joseph Owundo Berry. Last but not least, Mr. Amadou Jain, President of Fojega. Once again, I would like to acknowledge my humble and deepest respects for the President of the Republic of the Gambia. Welcome to the 17th edition of the Africa Economic Integration Forum. My name is Fanta Cisse. Welcome to the 17th edition of the Africa Economic Integration Forum. My name is Fanta Cisse. Before we get to the program proper, please rise for the national anthem. Thank you. Before we get into the program proper, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our ministers. Honorable ministers present here today, Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation for Gambians abroad, Honorable Minister Mamadou Tangara. The Honorable Minister for Petroleum, Energy and Mines, Mr. Nane Juara. Honorable Minister for Youths and Sports, Mr. Bakari Baji. Honorable Minister for Information, Communication and Media and Broadcasting, Dr. Ismaila Cisse. The Honorable Minister for Finance and Economic Affairs, Mr. Sidi Keita. The Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Professor Pierre Gomez. The Honorable Minister for Gender, Mrs. Fatou Kinte. And the Honorable Minister for Interior, Mr. Abdoulaye Sanyan. Also, I would like to acknowledge the Foreign Minister of Gabon present with us here. Thank you very much. I will be hosting this August gathering, not alone, but with my Cameroonian counterpart, who is a senior journalist, a senior economic journalist in Cameroon, Mr. Olivier Kinge Moli.
Thank you. Good morning, Fanta. I'm very glad to share this moment with you here in Gambia. Excellence, Monsieur le Président de la République de Gambie, Monsieur le Vice-président du Gabon, Mesdames et Messieurs, je suis très heureux de partager ces moments excitants et intenses à l'occasion du Forum de l'intégration économique africaine projeté par le FOGECA. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. I would also like to acknowledge the institutions present here today: ECOWAS, the West African Economic and Monetary Union, Common Court of Justice and Arbitration, African Union, Economic, Monetary and Community of Central Africa, the West African Development Bank, Organization for Islamic Cooperation, African Development Bank, Islamic Development Bank, and GAIPA. I have the singular honor now of inviting the Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Honorable Sidi Keita, to give the welcome remarks.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Adama Barrow, Excellencies across the African continent and beyond, my colleague, Honorable Cabinet Ministers from the Gambia and across the continent, distinguished senior government officials, service chiefs, and venerable religious leaders here in present, members of the Consular and Diplomatic Corps, esteemed development partners across Africa and beyond, the private sector players of all strata across our continent, our invaluable partners, the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and a profound sense of pride that I welcome all the delegates to this distinguished gathering here in Banjul, the capital of the smiling coast of Africa. Today we converge not only to discuss, but to define the future trajectory of economic growth and social transformation in the Gambia and our continent. That is Africa, which is the land of the rich and the blessed people. This forum is a unique confluence of minds, a marketplace of ideas, and a crucible for actionable strategies. The theme before us, ranging from unlocking Africa's growth potential to capitalizing on economic opportunities, speak to the very heart of our development aspirations. The insights we gather here will guide our engagements in energy, infrastructure, telecommunications, digital trade, and other key sectors that form the backbone of a modern, resilient economy. We are reminded today that our potential is vast and the possibilities before us are boundless. In the Gambia, this is possible due to the peaceful leadership preached and practiced by the great African leaders like His Excellency, President Adama Barrow, whose democratic stance, tolerance, and support necessitated this event to be hosted in the smiling coast of Africa. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, to my fellow policymakers with the privilege to serve at the executive level of African states, entrepreneurs, and investors across the continent, I say this: let us think boldly and act decisively. Let us forge African partnerships that transcends borders, sectors, and all disciplines. This forum is not an end in itself, but a catalyst for long-term progress That must be measured and monitored like all previous events we held in the Gambia for the past 8 months, including the 15th OIC Banjul Summit and the recent Senegal-Gambia Economic Trade and Investment Forum, which is remapping our engagement models to become more proactive, focused, and result-oriented. That will benefit our people and serve as a model and a tool for African integration. Together, we must harness the energy of this momentum to deliver tangible outcomes for our people. The Gambia's alignment with international frameworks, such as the Organization for Harmonization of Business Law in Africa, OHADA, demonstrate our resolve to create a business environment that is conducive, transparent, and globally competitive. These steps forward are more than policies, they are promises to our citizens. As we embark on the discussions ahead, I encourage every participant to contribute with vigor and vision. The legacy of this forum will not be written in words, but in the transformative actions we take together collectively as a people and a continent. I'm happy that the Office of His Excellency the President, in collaboration with the Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency, GAIPA, is taking the lead to complement the efforts of FOGICA to ensuring that the set objectives are realized. I once again welcome you to the Gambia, and may our deliberations illuminate a brighter path for the Gambia, for Africa, and for the world at large. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Apologies for an earlier oversight. I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Ministry of Defense, Honorable Minister Sirin Mudinjai. It is at this juncture that I would call on my French counterpart to introduce our French delegates.
Merci. Mesdames, Messieurs, 17 ans déjà que le FOGECA détend ses ailes sur l'Afrique et parfois avec des incursions ciblées et chirurgicales sur l'Europe. J'aime vous rappeler que la dernière édition du FOGECA a eu lieu au Portugal, à Porto. Elle portait sur les PPP, les opportunités qu'il fallait développer entre l'Afrique et ce pays d'Europe. La détermination du président du FOGECA, M. Amadou Diagne, n'a de limite que ses ambitions pour l'Afrique. La preuve pour cette édition du FOGECA, il a parcouru un certain nombre de pays en Afrique pour que nous arrivions ici aujourd'hui sous les auspices et la bénédiction de M. le Président de la République de Gambie, M. Adama Barrow. Il y a ici au moins 20 délégations de pays africains qui sont représentées, une belle demi-douzaine d'institutions communautaires et les hommes d'affaires de ces pays-là pour partager un ensemble de thématiques qui vont aider la Gambie à intégrer davantage le marché africain. Je voudrais parler des thématiques qui vont vous guider ici aujourd'hui. Comment exploiter les opportunités économiques en Gambie, puisqu'il y en a, il est transformé en réel motif d'affaires. Les opportunités économiques et financières de l'Organisation de la coopération islamique et de la Banque islamique de développement pour le monde des affaires en Afrique. Les avantages de la Gambie d'accéder à titre de membre de l'OHADA afin de propulser son développement économique à travers un vaste marché. Je voudrais très humblement appeler ici M. Amadou Diagne, le président du FOGECA, pour son adresse de bienvenue.
Excellence M. Adama Barrow, président de la République de Gambie, Excellence M. Joseph Onondo Berry, vice-président de la transition de la République gabonaise, M. Bako Arifari, représentant du secrétaire général de l'OCI, Mesdames, Messieurs les ministres, honorables membres du Parlement, Madame Esther Ngo Moutongi, présidente de la CCJA, la Cour commune de justice et d'arbitrage, Mesdames, Messieurs les représentants des organisations intergouvernementales et institutions financières régionales et internationales, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs les ambassadeurs, Mesdames et Messieurs les chefs d'entreprise représentant le secteur privé, distingués invités, chers partenaires du projet. En choisissant Banjul, cette capitale gambienne si souriante et si hospitalière pour la tenue de sa 17e édition, le Forum des opérateurs pour la garantie de l'émergence économique en Afrique a voulu magnifier l'étroite et la fructueuse collaboration dont il a toujours bénéficié auprès des hautes autorités de la République de Gambie. Voilà pourquoi je voudrais, dès l'entame de mon propos, exprimer ma profonde gratitude et ma grande reconnaissance à son Excellence, M. Adama Barrow, président de la République de Gambie, parrain de cette 17e édition. De par son leadership incontestable, son pragmatisme éclairé et son grand esprit d'ouverture, le président Adama Barrow a su démontrer à la face du monde son sens élevé d'homme d'État, soucieux du bien-être de son peuple et de la prospérité de son pays. En effet, face aux multiples défis auxquels son pays était confronté à son accession au pouvoir en 2016, le président Barrow s'est résolument engagé dans une dynamique de profondes réformes économiques et sociales, permettant ainsi à la Gambie de bien se retrouver dans le concert des nations
to find itself in the concert of nations and to be at the good direction for his social and economic development today. As you will see through the statistics available, Gambia has decided, with the leadership of the President, the way of economic growth with economic performance remarkable. Our recognition goes to the Gambian authority and their precious assistance and for their generous hospitality. I would like to express also our deep recognition to the President of Gabon for accepting our invitation to this forum of FOJICA and to delegate his Vice President with a high delegation, including the Minister of Foreign Affairs, to represent him to this Banjul meeting. Of course, and their other delegation. I would like to express in the name of FOJICA and my humble name, our humble thanks to all the participants present here. I won't forget in this note to thank and congratulate the media that contribute to the vulgarization of our activities. I'm also thinking about our partner 17 years ago, the Sen TV director Bonaja and all the Senegalese media TV present here. The topic of this edition is towards an African integration that goes into the dynamic of our new leaders, that is fighting for the liberty and prosperity in Africa, that are sovereign and that is able to exploit his numerous potentiality. At the moment where we assist in a world that is in mutation, it's important that our leaders engage themselves in a framework that help us to find ways and means to help our continent to play its role entirely and responsibly. By organizing this event, FOJICA wants to be fidel to his ambition of an environment of analysis and finding solution for our different countries. this objective is different and continue blockage to development, economic and other continents. After coming out of this summit, our expert will give us solution and ways that will help us to solve the equation of the African development. Such development will pass through, first of all, by exploiting our economical and financial potentiality, and this is the reason why we organize this forum, to find solution. His Excellency, Mr. President, His Excellency Vice President of the Republic of Gabon, ladies and gentlemen, the Minister, I would like to conclude. I won't conclude without inviting you to renovate my invitation to be back tomorrow at the high awarding ceremony that will take place, and that will be animated by high Senegalese performers, artists. And thank you so much.
Son Excellence le Président Adama Barrow. Président Adama Barrow, mënuñu la fay rëccuwuñu woon tamit lu tax ñun secteur privé yi nekk ci mbootaay gii nekk ci biir Afrique ñu tànn Gambie ren gannaaw buñ ko defee ci fukki édition ak juróom-ñaar nga xam ni dem nañu Bénin, nga xam ni dem nañu Guinée équatoriale, nga xam ni dem nañu Portugal, nga xam ni dem nañu Sénégal, nga xam ni dem nañu Afrique du Sud. bu ñu tàmmee tey ñun dañuy ñëw delsi ko fii c'est parce que dañu xool gis liggéey bi nga xam ni gis nañu nga liggéey ko ci réew mi ànd ak yow ku wàcc ci aéroport bi dugg ci dox ci tali bi jëm si ci palais bi di nga xam ne liggéey am na ci réew bi ndax liy développé Afrique tali la liy développé Afrique yoon la ca yoon wi bi ñu ko gisee suñu xool sedd na ci gan goo xam ne ñëw nga fii diggante démb ak tey.
Speech that he is doing right now in Wolof is the same speech that he talk about in French and English.
yaa ngi ànd ak ñoom ci biiti di leen wonale ñuy am ay partenaires di dellu si ci loolu président boo ko defee c'est parce que da nga bëgg a soqali sa réew dugg nañu ci dëkk bi waxtaan nañu gis nañu këru diine yi ni ngay jëflante ak ñoom gis nañu acteur économique yi ni ngay jëflee ak ñoom kon ñun rëcc wuñu woon lu tax ñu tàmm Banjul ndax dëkk yu bëri pare woon nañu pour dem fa waaye bi ñu ñëwee ànd nga ak ñun joxe ay directives sa gouvernement sa secrétaire général présidence Mr Aliou Ndiaye lépp loo ko santoon def na ko taxaw na gunge nañu fu mu war a wootee def na ko sa ministre des affaires étrangères joxe na instruction yi directeur du protocole Ibou Silla lépp lu mu war a def na ko président a jaarama dégguma pël waaye xaw ma nu ñu koy waxee waaye sant nañ la gërëm nañ la ñi ngi gërëm tamit ñi nga xam ni wax dëgg yàlla def nañu déplacement dëkk yu bëri ñu ngi fi waa Togo ñi ngi nii toog waa Algérie ñi ngi nii toog waa Bénin ñi ngi nii toog République démocratique du Congo madame la ministre d'État mi ngi nii toog waa Bénin monsieur Bako Arifay ñi ngi nii toog monsieur Kami Kachama l'ancien premier ministre du Gabon et président de la commission CEMAC monsieur Kay maanaam daal dëkk yi Côte d'Ivoire ñi ngi nii toog bu ñu doon lim tey xëy na du ñu mën a pare waa Gambie ñi ngi nii toog waa Sénégal ñi ngi nii toog kon président waa Guinée Conakry mi ngi tàllal loxo ni ñu nit Guinée Conakry bu ma duggee ci lim bi du ma pare kon nag du ma dugg ci lim bi waaye daal président liñ la mun a xamal mooy mbootaay bi ñëw nañu tey defal nañu li ñu bëggoon ak liñ la ñaanoon mooy ubbil nañu suñu forum bu guddee di ñu joxeel suñuy awards ñun mbootaayu économique Fojeka Afrique daal xamal ni dana taxaw nañu ci jàppale la taxaw nañu ci participer ay investissement ci biir réew mi taxaw nañ tam ci def ay partenariat ak acteurs économiques yi nekk fii waa chambre de commerce ku mel ni Iri Diop bi ma dajal démb secteur privé bi ñoom Aboubacar Diawara nga xam ne ñu ngi nii toog ak keneen ak keneen visité nañu li nga xam ni opérateur économique yu mag ñu ngi koy def fi loo xam mosuma ko xalaat ci Banjul ci ku mel ni ñoom Amidou Diab bi ma demee gis ñoom li ñuy liggéey ci suñu compagnie di ci waxtaan depuis juróom-benn weer gis nañ ni kon dëkk bi ay développeurs ñii fi ay nit ñi ngi fi ñoo xam ne ñi ngi liggéey te bu ñu mënee am lii en si peu de temps monsieur le président de la république dugal nga ci sa loxo ñun nag fu ñu dem lu ñu kenn gisul wala lu ñu kenn defalul duñ ko wax lii ñuy wax nag te nga xam ne li ñuy yor suñu poos la jógee te ñoo ko yor buñ ko waxee rek gis nañ ko ci yow ku bëgg daal Afrique développé ci li ngay def ci wàllu intégration économique di li ngay dox ci Afrique di ko dox ci réew mi ku bëgg Afrique jëm kanam ku bëgg fii soxeeku monsieur le président dana la jàppale ci sa liggéey jërëjëf wasalaam.
Merci, Monsieur le Président du FOGECA.
Thank you, Mr. President of FOGECA. As you heard about towards an integrated Africa for strong economy, and that will be the words that are going to define how Africa will be. When Africa will be integrated and can build solid base of development for Africa. You are also in charge of attracting, foreign investors in Africa, and this is the best way to. The Association of Business Portuguese in Africa has been so close to FOGECA since it has been created, and this is the association that held the forum in Porto. And we're about to listen to the Vice President of the companies in Portugal that will do a remark about this conference or forum.
Président d'institution, mesdames et messieurs, en ce moment d'ouverture, je voudrais dire quelques mots.
I want to say a few words to thank to FOGECA, the person of Amadou Diagne, for the invitation to participate at this forum. That's honor me personally and IB. And I'm representing many companies in Portugal to show out, the strength of the relationship between Portugal and Africa. IB is an association who has a centenary of existence. It's the headquarters at Porto, and his field of activity as well. It's one of the biggest association of Portugal in collaboration with the Chamber of Commerce, and it works in different domains in terms of formation, information, economical information and juridic, and also promoting entrepreneur and also the openness of market. If it is the reason why that our agency is working hard to support the market, that we have established a long relation with FOGECA. Today's topic is the exploration of economic opportunity in this sector like energy, infrastructure, telecommunication, transport, and digital numeric. These are thematic that our association put in consideration. The necessity to develop this sector, key sector of economy for Portugal and the Gambia, that I am really convinced that the partnership between the two countries will have a huge benefit for the countries. And also this will incite, huge capacity of foreign investors to come in the country. This such event appears as opportunity to be used, and Portugal and IFA has made a significant effort to develop the chain of development by developing innovative measures and technology, and also private investment. The private investment of IIP plays a key role in Africa. IIP has the intention to stimulate this effort of cooperation, economic cooperation with the Portuguese enterprise in Africa. This forum, our participation to this forum show the importance that we have towards building Africa. We are ready to create partnership with and also create other opportunities that will generate benefits. And I would like to thank the FOJACA for their engagement, for the realization of this forum, and I'm really convinced that this will help us strengthen our bilateral relationship. IIP that is deeply attached, and thank you so much.
À chaque fois, le discours de l'AEP appelle simplement une plus intense collaboration entre le monde des affaires du Portugal et de l'Afrique dans les secteurs croissance qui existent sur le continent.
To engage themselves into
sera bien perçu
developing economy.
Représenté ici en Gambie. Je voudrais inviter maintenant l'un des responsables de l'une des importantes institutions communautaires ouest-africaines
institution that is part of this Congress.
Monsieur Paul Kofi est
Mr. Paul Kofi, he's in charge of the Department of Development of Economy, Mines, Energy and Digital.
Monsieur le Parlant, mes chers frères, Monsieur Diagne m'a dit qu'il faut rester dans les 3 minutes. Je vais essayer.
Mr. Jan told me to stay at the segment of 3 minutes.
Excellencies, President of the Republic of Gambia, Excellencies, Vice President of Gabon, my sister, President of the Court Arbitration of West Africa, cher frère, Monsieur Diagne, everybody, Honorable Minister, Honorable Delegate from the West, North, Europa, South Africa, I'm very happy to be there. I speak in the name of the President of West Africa and Economic Monetary Union, Mr. Ablejo. I am very happy to, Mr. President, to hope for you a happy and good year 2025. I think it's to be for the President. You understand me? Good year for you, Mr. President. And I'm very happy because 2025 is the theme of this forum is integration, Africa integration. And Wayumua made many reforms to try to advance in the integration. Et c'est avec beaucoup de plaisir que je vais donc tenter de camper le décor pour
ce que nous faisons à la commission
to explain what we do at the West African Monetary
comme son nom l'indique,
West African Monetary Fund that cover 8 African countries since its creation in 1994. It's the 30th years of celebration. We have the responsibility to make many reforms in the sector that concern us. We have, during the past years, allowed the region to put in place many policy that ameliorate the climate of affairs, and also allow to prepare, put in place partnership between public and private sectors, looking at the debt that is increasing really. We thought about making a place a setup that will help to put in place a directive that is called PPPE that will help to increase the direct investment of foreign investors. For this, we have adopted a community code of mines, and the old one has been used for 20 years. And it has been a long way to put this in place, almost 5 years working on it. And we will be sharing those documents because we know how important Africa has resources in all parts of Africa. We also have adopted strategic pole of development of energy that is based on promotion of energy in all kinds, and that will help the West African region, that will increase the rate of energy 90%, because actually the rate of electrification is low, 75% out of 140 million people. And last year, we have encouraged investors to mobilize $10 billion, and after this announcement, we are working on hand-to-hand with our technical and partner to mobilize those resources effectively, and also at the digital side and digital economy. We have adopted a regional program of development of digital economy that will enable the access of digitalization of many public service, so that we won't miss this new revolution, to help our population to access to all available services that will help access many services in this domain. We are very happy to know that I think in March we will adopt the strategy of the development of our region and the promotion of the private sector. Excellence, Vice President of Gabon, I would like, in the name of the President of West African Monetary Forum, to reiterate our recognition to this invitation that help our organization to be present and to participate in this important forum, for which I congratulate the dynamic and dedication of the President of FOJECA.
C'est carrément
l'appel de l'Afrique aux Africains, African call to Africa by Africans, and we hope that Africa and Africa will respond to this call.
De cette session du FOJECA, ce sera donc
one of the most important elements of this forum is the benefit of the accession of the Gambia to the OHADA, the organization of the harmonization of business law in business law in Africa. But first of all,
ses propos introductifs.
We'll hear the lady of the CCGA, who is in charge of the Common Court of Justice and Arbitration.
Your Excellency,
Son Excellence,
Mr. Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, I would like to give you many thanks to allow us to be here in your beautiful country and to presiding this ceremony. Monsieur le Vice-président de la République du Gabon,
the Vice President of the Republic of Gabon, it's an honor to meet you here.
Monsieur le représentant de la Commission,
Mr. the Representative of the Commission of West African Monetary. I would like to
pay a tribute.
I would like to pay a tribute as Anglo-Saxons say
to Mr. Amadou Diagne,
President of FOJECA,
for his
content effort,
bridges among people, African people, and also African people with European and American partners. In 17 years, he did it too well that we are here today trying to continue these efforts and to see how the Gambia Republic can integrate the OHADA. What is the OHADA? OHADA is an organization, African organization, created in 1993, and today it has 17 members of Central and West Africa. It was built in a very difficult period, a very difficult context, where financement to make African economy grow were so difficult to handle. It was built especially by French countries, the 14 French country, which has a common history about the colonization with France, because we saw that even if the country were independent, there was a very great impact for them with the French law. Then the head of states decided to create this organization so that it can help to promote African growth. L'OHADA est donc cette organisation.
LOHADA is this organization that has 17 country members and it has built as like a pyramidal form. A conference of President Ministers Council, permanent secretary that is a common court of justice of arbitration that is headquartered in Abidjan, and a school in regional school of magistrate. Also, 32 years the organization has created a huge emulation. In the beginning, it was 14 countries, and today we have 17 country members, and also involving Portuguese country and Spanish. And today the opportunity is to create a bridge between this organization and the country of the Commonwealth. We all know the two big tendencies in the judicial aspect that coexist in Africa. It's the common law and the law that come from the tradition. These two laws, all these two laws have as objective the promotion of African development of African economy. We know that the exchange, how to explain to a businessman of the Gambia that he has no access to the Senegalese because his right doesn't allow him to create enterprises in Senegal. How to explain to a Senegalese sailor that while she speaks Wolof, that she can access to the Gambian market. So we must create bridge and these are the bridge that Fojika is trying to build between African countries. And later we will enter in many details to present this organization called OHADA. And also show the benefit of Gambia being part of these institutions. And this market is covering a large market of 300 million people. The Gambia will win and also OHADA will win. And Gambia will be the first English-speaking country to collaborate with OHADA, and it will open opportunity to solid cooperation with French country in harmonizing in the beginning from a simple collaboration and then deepen it further. And this will be very important that today we're talking about huge information organization and organization that integrate many countries from OHADA. And this is the reason why we want to thank you once again to His Excellency President Adama Barrow to allow these exchanges in this country, in Gambia, in a country where we speak Wolof, as we say Jerejef, Jarama. We are going to continue pledge by starting from the Gambia and encourage other English-speaking countries to integrate the OHADA in order to develop the Gambia and the rest of the country.
Thank you very much, Madam Esther. I would like to call on His Excellency, Mr. Joseph Owondo Berry, the Vice President of Gabon Republic, to also give a few remarks.
Monsieur le Président de la République de Gambie,
President of the Republic of the Gambia,
Messieurs les ministres,
Mr. Ministers,
Monsieur le Président du Forum,
the President of the Forum,
pour la garantie de l'émergence économique,
the Operator Forum for Operators Forum for the Guarantee of Emergence Africa. Member of the protocol, respected. I'm glad to take part of this forum. That is Operative Forum for the Guarantee of Emergence of Africa. That is animated this time by the Gambia. That is hosted by the Gambia. Mr. President, His Excellency, I would like to express to you and your government my sincere thanks and fraternal that you have reserved to our delegation since we arrived in the Gambia, a marvelous hospitality. I would like to reiterate my thanks to my sincere thanks to the President of the Republic of Gabon for your invitation to this forum. Looking at the agenda, Mr. President of the Gabon is not able to attend this conference. You know, the Operators Forum for Guarantee to Development of Economy in Africa, FOGICA, is preoccupied by the level of development of our countries. This forum has an objective to federate, to join together, and African leaders to think about action to do to make it successful the integration of Africa economically and financially. For our country, the Gabon, this idea is in the same way with the vision of our president and for the continent, for our continent, carried by the free trade area. Looking at our daily challenges like poverty, the access for housing, for water, and the construction of infrastructures in terms of roads, airport. It is important to engage in investing in those sectors to enable development and to accelerate the growth of African countries. Also, looking at these challenges, the President of Transition, after taking power, have put in place a framework clear. His objective is to ameliorate the governance of the state and restore confidence in public management, and also put in place opportunity and advantage of investors that comes to Gambia. That's the reason why the President has established a plan that oriented the vision of the state in investment. He also planned economic outlook, for the country, economically and environmental aspect.
Les opérateurs économiques, mais également les partenaires extérieurs. Monsieur le Président de la République de Gambie, Mesdames et Messieurs,
ladies and gentlemen, looking at the importance of the need of finance, of the private actors should mobilize to seize opportunity of development that offer this forum, especially in infrastructure such as road and also the technology of communication. And we have to understand that nowadays state can alone, central government can alone facilitate the development of a country. It requires the participation of private sectors.
Excusez-moi.
To make this program real, the President has actually put in place many projects in domain activity, especially constructing infrastructure in communication and transport that will help make places open and accessible, that will facilitate exchange in business. I'm sure that the conclusion that will come out from this forum will help in realizing my country and the rest of African country, and I'm hopeful and that this meeting will help Gabonese enter into business. Business will help collaborate with other businesses that will help in developing the economy. Finally, I would like to congratulate His Excellency President of the Gambia for the perfect organization of this event, without forgetting Ambassador Ahmed Jain, President of the Forum of Operator for the Guarantee of Emergence Economy in Africa, looking at this assembly. I took a look at this affiche saying that together we can do better. I would like to leave this place without wishing you a happy new year.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Mr. Joseph Owando-Berry. Thank you very much, sir. For our next speaker, if it permits everyone, I would just like to say something. A couple of months ago, the Gambia hosted the 15th OIC Summit, which was the second largest intergovernmental meeting. Under the OIC umbrella, there's about 1.7 billion people. That was the first of its kind happening here in the Gambia. Months later, here we are, in January 2025. We are hosting the 17th edition of the Africa Economic Forum, and it is happening here on the smiling coast of Africa. Gambia is arguably one of the smallest countries on mainland Africa, if not the smallest. And all of this was able to be achieved under the visionary leadership of His Excellency, President of the Republic of the Gambia, Adama Barrow, whom I have the honor and privilege to invite as our next speaker. Welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of Gabon, Excellencies from the African continent and beyond, Cabinet Ministers from the Gambia and other parts of the continent, senior government officials, service chiefs, and venerable religious leaders. The President of FOJECO, our brother, our friend, Mr. Amadou Jain. Members of the Council and the Diplomatic Corps, our esteemed development partners, private sector operatives, distinguished guests, the media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. we are gathered in this grand hall today with the common purpose of examining the possibilities of setting in motion a profoundly impactful economic and social transformation process in the Gambia and across the African continent. From this perspective, with its critical themes on trade, investment, integration, this forum represents a strategic pillar to pursue our national and regional aspirations. Fortunately, the African Union and ECOWAS are also playing a key and complementary role in this endeavor. As such, we are all united by the common vision of an Africa that thrives, innovates, and able to compete on the global stage. This is imperative as the world struggles in tackling trade deficits and amid the daunting competition for Africa's resources. The forum also underscores the need for broader and stronger partner collaboration among us, whether it is through harnessing the economic opportunities in energy and infrastructure, or unlocking the potential of women to drive growth, or through other avenues. It is certain that our strength and success considerably depend on unity and cooperation, strengthened by our shared sense of purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, visions, particularly for socio-economic progress, are generated by individuals, but realizing them is generally a collective responsibility. It is encouraging, therefore, that in this hall are illustrious patriotic sons and daughters of Africa with immense self-worth who are committed to our noble mission and are capable of translating visions into reality. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, over these years, the Gambia has embarked on transformative reforms to reposition our nation as a trade and investment hub. Our strategic partnerships with international organizations illustrate a guided commitment to unlocking new avenues for financial